Hi everyone, my name is Simon Okelo. I'm the founder and executive director of One Vibe Africa. I'm here at Cafe Avole on Rainier Avenue. I'm really privileged to be with my sister Mary Kidhe. I honestly didn't warn her that she was going to be, recording the podcast tonight, and this is something I'm being told is a habit I have. But it's not deliberate, it's just the way things work sometimes. But Mary is very important to me when I think about people I know in Seattle because she's one of the most hardworking people. She's one of the biggest risk takers that I know. I first knew Mary when Good Hair Salon. I have locks, and Good Hair Salon was known as the place where people who have hair like mine would go. And I was surprised to find an African, a Ugandan, working in this, beautiful setting. So I became a loyal customer, and then she gave me an opportunity to showcase paintings from the kids in Kenya at this salon. So that was the first time that One Vibe showcased paintings from Kenya, in Seattle. And, since then she has just been introducing us to people, and, people trust her. So it's easy for people to trust me, And then, she introduced us to Northwest African American Museum, where we held our first fundraising dinner that was extremely successful. While is here, and he's been very instrumental in, helping One Vibe in Seattle as well. But, Mary and Wael actually know each other. They've known each other longer than I've known the two of them. Tonight, what really inspired me to invite Mary for this is that she left Northwest African American Museum and is now pursuing even bigger things that we are going to talk about. But how are you? How are you?
I'm fine. I'm
Good.
Fine. I'm honored to be here.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Simon bamboozled me, and so we're going to make the best of the moment.
We only ask people who can do it, and I totally, and I know that you can do this. The thing is, you went to Uganda recently.
I did.
And you have a partner who is African American.
I do.
And you went to Uganda with him.
Yes.
How was the experience for him?
It was wonderful. So as you said, I'm the former events manager for the Northwest African American Museum. I just recently left, but a big part of my mission while I was there and in general was the connection between African American and Native Africans, or in my case, Africans born in the U.S. because I'm the first generation Ugandan in America, and strengthening that connection and that conversation, and inviting our African-born Black brothers and sisters back to the continent so that the connection can, become one. And so for him, it was a big deal, and his entire family called, and everyone wanted something, or take a photo, or what is it like? And so it was wonderful. He came with myself and my mother, and we flew back to Uganda and basically went all the way up to almost the southern Sudanese border and came all the way back down Uganda. And at the end of the trip, he was actually sad to leave, and swears that we will be back every year if we can make it happen. So it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah. Man, so can you just give us a little bit of a background of how you ended up in Seattle?
Sure. So my parents stayed here a while ago. My father came here on a student visa to go to school at Seattle University, and my mother came after that, and then they had myself, and I have a younger brother. And so my mother has been in this country close to 45 years.
Yeah. And I remember during Madaraka 2016, Mary was very instrumental in helping us with this event. And then her mom made ugali and sent it with her, that you have to take this ugali to him. it made me relax a little because I sat at a corner and just ate this whole thing by myself. You know? I was like, you know, this is someone who really cares. I have to eat this whole thing for her. You know? How is your mom, by the way?
My mom is good.
Okay,
She's good.
nice.
She actually knows Solomon, who's
Yeah.
the owner of Cafe Bowie, because she
Yeah.
lives across the street.
Yeah, Solomon is such an entrepreneur, and we are really privileged that he's having us, you know, here every Friday. Now, when you are at Northwest African American Museum, you did some really, you know, amazing things. You know, like transformative things. One of the things that stood out for me was Black Joy. Can you just tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. So Black Joy was actually, so Black Joy is not a me thing. I mean, Black Joy is in every person who experiences, loves, and considers himself someone of the African diaspora. So it's not something that I own or the museum owns. It's a thing that belongs to anyone who wants to claim it as something of their own within that space. So our current director of public programs, she's the one who conceptualized having an event surrounding it, and a lot of the programming from 2018 has kind of rotated around just bringing more experiences of joy through different connections. We had a party for Africa Day, so that was to celebrate a form of Black joy. We had an amazing exhibit for the last 7 or 8 months called Everyday Black. Again, another reflection of Black joy. So just bringing the conversation and the thought of, you know, how can we be more joyous in ourselves and in our own skin and in our experiences and within, you know, being together.
Yeah. Man, you do some things that I always say you're courageous. You know, for example, you know, you worked at Kidhe and helped build it up, and then you just walked away and went to Northwest African American Museum and, you know, made us all want to be associated with it. And now you left, you know, and everybody was sad. You know, she posted a picture of her at our fundraiser on Facebook, basically saying goodbye, and I was, you know, she gave us a huge shout out on it. Of course, that's part of why we are talking tonight. but no, appreciating you. But you know, not all. I'm actually afraid to do some of the things you do, to just make decisions like that and move on. You know, and I was joking with you earlier that I want to be like you. You know. And there are actually a lot of women in our community, the African or even the Black community, and even women in general that don't have the guts like you do. How do you make those decisions just like that?
I have to disagree. I mean, I come from a woman who uprooted herself from her country and her family because she felt like following her husband was the thing to do, and that coming here was going to create a better life. So, you know, I have a grandmother who was pulled out of school at 11 and never saw a classroom again, but put all her children through college, my mother included. And so, no, I think that's
So we
part
come
of,
from a history of people who make those
absolutely,
decisions all the time.
absolutely. I think
Yeah.
that's just a part of the strength of being a woman.
Yeah.
You know, anyone who can create and have a child
Yeah.
is naturally going to make moves.
Yeah.
And just the foundation of what it takes to be a woman in general. You have to be able to, you know, to thrive in situations and to be smart and to also be empathetic and caring. And I think that what a lot of people assume is you're making those moves without thought. That's not true. I think the planning is just something that you do internally, and action is what catches people off guard.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is why I said that she was ready. You know. I'll ask you another question while they think here. So the other thing that we've been discussing during this Diaspora Connect conversation has been, you know, the disconnect or the tension that exists between Africans and African Americans, especially in Seattle. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes you want to work with an African American artist, and they're not confident about the agreement you're having, whether it's written or not. And you are dealing with this on a daily basis. Can you tell us a little bit about how you are managing this?
I mean, that's a loaded question. So I'm just going to speak from a place of knowing. I know. I know when my parents first came to Seattle, it was quite a bit of a tug of war, and during the time that they came, there weren't a lot of Africans yet in this area. So my parents were somewhat of a novelty. People would stare when you would walk down the street. They would stare when you would go to the store. It was a interesting thing. People would be taken aback by how well mannered my family was, my parents, how well spoken my mother was.
How long ago was this?
This is my parents arrived here in the probably early 70s. And this was for a while. But I think a lot of that is bigger than just assuming that it's just a here thing. You have to think about how Africans are marketed to the world, everything from geographic to, we're portrayed as, and the gentleman that spoke,
Samini?
spoke eloquently about us being just in the jungle and people not recognizing just the amazing talents and things that we created in the world and how much power we hold. And then also if you bring it back to being in the U.S. and the struggle that Black Americans have come from, you've taken people from one land and stolen them and brought them to another land and just disconnected the whole connection between them. And they've never had a chance to find themselves and to realize that they're actually one. So now we're in a place where that's happening. But of course, you're a stranger, I'm a stranger, we're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But people are being more, they're being more forthcoming and they're being more deliberate about getting to know each other. And I think that's a good thing. Music reflects it. There's more of you hear more hip-hop influenced African music and African influenced hip-hop music, and you're seeing more conversations. There's a great group of Africans who've come here and are here in, Amazon, Boeing, Microsoft. I think the conversations are happening.
What are some of the things that we could do collectively to enhance these types of conversations? For example, but while you're at the museum, what are some of the things you did to bridge this gap?
Extending the olive branch. I tried to be more out in the community, more engaging, inviting more communities to come in and realize that the space belongs to them as well. I just hosted the Community International Church before I left. We're coming back in a couple weeks. Hosted multiple Eritrean and Ethiopian weddings and ceremonies and events and nonprofits and donating space, whatever, whatever I can do to bring the two together and to get people to be in the same room and realize that, they are connected, that they do have something in common, and to hopefully create more respect for one another.
This May we were privileged to curate the Africa Day celebration at the Gates Foundation. And it took us years to connect with this organization. Even though we are all from Seattle, it's like there's an electric fence between us. But now we are working for them. So how did you even apply? Even their website, just seeing the process and all those, just tell us how you went through the process for the sake of other people that want to learn.
I want to work there on Monday. It was on a humbug, to be quite honest. It was so I'm a contingent worker, so I'm a contractor for Gates, which is how a lot of these companies are facilitating employment right now, and also to make sure that you are a good fit and that you feel like being there, because it is a different world. Obviously, people know about the foundation and what it means and where it stands. I think it was divine intervention. We were coming back from Uganda. I had spent some time talking to my uncle about what he does there. He's executive director of a hospital nonprofit. Trying to figure out a way that I could be more supportive of him and my family there. And then I saw an advertisement, and I reached out and I included that information, and I went in and told my story and had a couple of interviews, and was offered a position.
Yeah, your story is super important. Now, just a couple of thoughts before we wind up. I'm being signaled that we need to wind up. Now, now that you're moving forward, I just wanted to ask a curious question. Say, money was no problem. You had all the money that you needed, Bill Gates style.
Okay.
Where would you live? Where would you live here, or would you be in Uganda?
Why do I have to just be in one place?
Well, you choose.
I am not going to choose. I mean, if I had money like that, I definitely would not just be in one place.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Give us an idea of which places you'd be at.
To be honest, there's many places I could be in.
Yeah.
Any place, in my opinion, that it has to have a strong reflection of community. Those are the places that I want to be in. But the limitation on where,
Yeah. Is there any question I didn't ask you that you'd like to share? Anything that you want to share? Yes, go ahead. Yes, please.
I'm white, I'm from Scotland originally. I know where my heritage is, but how do you feel what kind of positive impact would it be to know who you are from in Africa and reconnect with that particular culture?
First, I would recommend AfricanAncestry.com over 23andMe.
I wasn't advertising.
But I am. Just because you're going to get it to your lineage, to your tribe, and that's a big deal. And not that not knowing your region isn't a wonderful thing, but to know exactly where you stem from, like exactly who your people are, that's what's going to open the floodgates. I would also say that I think for me, as being an American-born Ugandan, knowing exactly where I come from has empowered me in a lot of different ways. And when I sit in spaces with other Black Americans, they are good about reminding me that that's part of what makes me. So I encourage it. It's powerful.
Yeah. Now, can you look at the camera and tell people to subscribe to One Vibe TV?
Don't subscribe to Simon, but subscribe to One Vibe TV.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you so much.
It's not impossible to make something of yourself. It's not impossible.